Matt Varilek, welcome to Dakotafest. Your opening statement.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Jerry. Thanks to all the organizers, WNAX, SDSU, South Dakota Corn, all the media outlets that are involved here. Thanks also to my opponent. I'm guessing we're going to disagree on a few things in this campaign, but we can agree this is a great opportunity for the people of South Dakota to get information about where we stand on the issues, and I appreciate you participating. Thanks to the audience, whether you're wearing one of my opponent's t-shirts or mine, I appreciate the fact that everyone is engaged in our democracy that we all cherish, so thank you. I wanted to start by introducing myself, and my family as well. I think my mom is out there somewhere, so if you could wave, Mom. There she is, my mom, and my mother-in-law as well. I'm married to Maggie, and she's not able to be here today, but she's from Mitchell originally. And Maggie and I are the proud parents of two adorable little girls. Willa is our 3-year-old, and May is our 21-month-old. They're supporting me right now by napping, hopefully. For my part, I come from Yankton and Tabor originally. And I come from a family that never had much money. And so consequently, I've been working my whole life. And originally that meant doing things like delivering the local newspaper, and washing dishes at the local steakhouse, flipping burgers at the local burger joint. And when it comes to ag issues, I'm proud to say I picked a lot of rocks in my day. And I walked a lot of bean fields, and I also rode the bean bar back in the days before Roundup Ready beans, when they let kids handle herbicides with glorified squirt guns. The good old days, right? Well, because of those jobs and others that I've had, like working with Senator Tim Johnson on economic development, for example, I've learned the value of hard work, and I'm in this race to be a voice for middle-class and hard-working South Dakotans. Because I share your frustration that Washington is rigged to serve someone else, the wealthiest individuals and the biggest corporations. We need more members of Congress focused on serving regular folks like we have here in South Dakota. The other main reason I'm in this race is because I share your frustration with the my way or the highway attitude that's so common in Washington these days, and the lack of progress that delivers for us. I believe we need a more constructive approach to politics, where we are willing to work with others for the sake of progress, for the sake of results on the issues that you all care about, whether you're Republican, Democrat, or Independent. And we are seeing that dysfunction hit home right now here in South Dakota in a way we haven't seen it before, and that relates, of course, to the Farm Bill. Now, a Farm Bill is always important for South Dakota because we are an ag state. It's especially important now because we've got a drought going on. Fortunately, the United States Senate passed a farm bill that would reduce the deficit but also keep a strong safety net in place and do other important things. Passed on a bipartisan basis with support from Senators Johnson and Thune. The House has not done the same. Not only have they not passed a farm bill, they haven't even voted on a farm bill. And that's because the House leadership chooses not to bring it up, and our one member of Congress is a member of that House leadership. Now, when she was elected to be the head of that freshman class of Tea Party members, and be their representative in the leadership, she said that would give us more clout with John Boehner and more clout with those members. But in fact, it's been the opposite. She can't convince John Boehner to bring the bill for a vote. She hasn't been able to convince many of the fellow Tea Partiers to support this farm bill, many of whom view it as welfare for farmers because they don't understand South Dakota agriculture. And I can't help but think we might not be in this situation if my opponent had been more focused on ag issues longer ago, instead of skipping the vast majority of Ag Committee meetings. Now, after a long period of no comment on this topic, my opponent did eventually address the issue and said she had other important meetings to go to. So I went back and looked at other members of Congress from South Dakota to see if they had the same problem, since they all had committee meetings to go to and so forth as well. I printed out the transcripts of everything that some of our previous members said. Stephanie Herseth-Sandlin, John Thune, Bill Janklow. When I printed out the transcript of everything Stephanie said, it was a thick stack of papers because she went often and she spoke up and she was aggressive for us. Same thing for John Thune. When I printed out the transcript for Bill Janklow, it was a really thick stack of paper because Bill Janklow talked a lot and he was aggressive. In fact, he filled up 52 pages. When I printed out the transcript from my opponent and all the things she'd said on the Ag Committee since she got there, you know how much it took up? This one page. And I don't know if you can see, but it only fills up half the page. That's a stark contrast, and no matter what the excuses are, the bottom line is we're not getting the kind of hard-working, focused representation that we've had in the past. We got to do better. I will do better, and that's why I'm in this race. Thank you very much.